Most people relentlessly chase what society conditions them to desire: status, approval, and the comfort of fitting in. But Sigma males, they operate on an entirely different wavelength. What fuels their passion, what keeps their minds restless at night, what truly defines their essence isn't aligned with conventional values. And that's precisely what makes them so enigmatic. A Sigma male isn't distracted by superficial pursuits or fleeting trends. He has no desire for external validation or public recognition. Instead, he's captivated by the unconventional, the unspoken, the intricate details that most overlook without a second thought. While the majority chase the latest trend, seeking affirmation from others, the Sigma male exists in his own world, content in his solitude, engaged in pursuits that 99% of people wouldn't even comprehend, let alone appreciate. But here's the intriguing part: it's not an act of rebellion. Sigma males don't deliberately try to stand out or be different. Their nature simply defies societal norms. And today, we're delving deep into 5 uncommon things that only Sigma males truly value, things that separate them from the crowd and define their unique perspective. Some of these revelations might surprise you. Others might make you recognize a part of yourself you never fully understood. And some, well, they may completely shift your perception of how Sigma males navigate the world. Let's get into it. Last point: change your life, must watch and listen. Thank you. Number 1. The power of emotional detachment. One of the most defining traits of a Sigma male is his ability to detach emotionally from situations that drain his energy or disrupt his inner peace. While most people get caught up in unnecessary drama, toxic relationships, or emotional entanglements, a Sigma male understands the value of maintaining control over his emotions. He doesn't allow himself to be manipulated, provoked, or consumed by situations that do not serve his personal growth. This emotional detachment isn't about being cold-hearted or indifferent. On the contrary, Sigma males often feel things deeply, but they have mastered the art of not reacting impulsively. Instead of lashing out in anger, seeking revenge, or holding grudges, they simply remove themselves from toxic environments. They don't waste time trying to prove a point or seeking validation from those who don't align with their mindset. For a Sigma, emotional detachment is a form of self-preservation. He knows that energy is a finite resource, and he refuses to squander it on petty conflicts or people who don't respect his boundaries. Whether it's a manipulative boss, a needy friend, or a romantic partner who plays mind games, the Sigma male walks away without hesitation. He understands that true strength lies not in reacting, but in having the discipline to disengage. This trait often makes Sigma males appear mysterious or even intimidating. People don't understand how they can remain so composed, so unaffected by the chaos that rattles others. But for the Sigma, it's simple: he refuses to be a puppet in someone else's emotional game. His peace is his priority, and nothing is worth compromising. Number 2. The freedom of complete silence. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They need constant noise: music, TV, notifications buzzing, people talking, something to fill the void. But for a Sigma male, silence isn't empty. To him, it's full of possibilities. When the world quiets down, that's when his mind comes alive. He thrives in the absence of distractions. This is when he thinks, reflects, and plans. It's where his best ideas are born. Think about it: how often do people sit in pure silence anymore? For a Sigma, this isn't just a preference, it's a necessity. Silence is where he recharges, where he finds clarity, where he makes sense of a world that never stops talking. And here's what most people don't realize: the quieter a Sigma gets, the more powerful he becomes. While everyone else is lost in the noise, reacting to every little thing, he's thinking 10 steps ahead. He doesn't need constant stimulation. He doesn't need background noise to function. When the world is still, that's when he's at his best. It's when he gains the perspective to understand himself and the world more clearly. You see, silence is not an absence for the Sigma male, it's a space where he taps into deep focus, a place to distance himself from society's constant barrage. It's a place where clarity reigns, and that's why most people, trapped in the noise, will never understand the power of true silence. Number 3. The deep satisfaction of quiet independence. At the core of every Sigma male lies an uncheckable sense of independence, a self-sufficiency that defines his entire existence. While the majority of people spend their lives chasing relationships, social approval, or the next major milestone, Sigma males are perfectly content forging their own path, often in solitude. To the outside world, their way of life might seem lonely, even isolating. But to a Sigma, it's the ultimate form of freedom. A Sigma male has no desire to conform to society's expectations or follow the blueprint that others mindlessly adhere to. He refuses to be defined by his relationships, his career, or his material possessions. Unlike those who shape their identities based on external validation, he builds his sense of self purely on his own terms. His decisions are rooted in personal values, not in the need to impress or gain approval from others. This unwavering independence is both a source of power and mystery. While most people are bound by social norms, constantly seeking reassurance from their peers, the Sigma male operates differently. He doesn't crave attention, nor does he need a constant influx of social interactions to feel whole. Instead, he thrives in the quiet, using solitude as a space for self-reflection, personal growth, and deep thinking. And this is what sets him apart. In a world obsessed with external validation, the Sigma male finds fulfillment in the silent confidence of knowing that he defines himself without permission, without compromise, and without needing anyone's approval. That's what makes him truly rare. Number 4, the thrill of being unpredictable. Most people want to be understood. They want others to know what they like, how they think, and what they'll do next. They follow predictable routines, and even their emotions tend to follow a pattern. People like to feel safe around each other, and predictability gives them that sense of control. But for a Sigma, being predictable is a weakness. He doesn't like people thinking they have him figured out. He enjoys keeping others guessing, not because he craves attention, but because he values his autonomy. A Sigma male's unpredictability isn't about being chaotic. It's about being in control of his own decisions, actions, and life at every turn. He's not interested in living inside the box society wants to place him in. If others expect him to react a certain way, you can bet he's already thought of a completely different response. For instance, he might appear quiet and reserved on Monday, only to suddenly take off for a spontaneous trip that weekend. He doesn't follow the conventional rules of social behavior. He doesn't live life according to other people's expectations. He's unpredictable because he's free. This unpredictability is what makes Sigma males so intriguing to others. They're like a puzzle no one can solve, which is exactly how they like it. While the world around him follows trends and builds lives based on social approval, the Sigma male is quietly crafting his own narrative. His unpredictability doesn't come from a reckless desire to stand out. It comes from a deep desire for true independence and freedom. It's a sign that he can't be boxed in, categorized, or labeled. He will always carve his own path. In the end, unpredictability is a powerful tool for Sigma males. It's not a game, it's simply the way they navigate the world, keeping their control while leaving others constantly questioning their next move. Number 5, the thrill of walking away from drama. In a world that thrives on gossip, conflict, and emotional chaos, the Sigma male stands apart. He observes the turmoil from a distance but never allows himself to be consumed by it. While most people get caught up in unnecessary drama, whether it's office politics, social media feuds, or personal vendettas, a Sigma male sees through the noise and refuses to engage. Most people don't just tolerate drama. They actively seek it out. It gives them a sense of purpose, a story to tell, and a reason to feel involved. Whether it's backstabbing coworkers, manipulative friends, or toxic family members, drama provides a false sense of excitement. It distracts people from their own lives, making them feel temporarily important. But a Sigma male, he doesn't need that kind of artificial stimulation. His mind is focused on bigger things: his personal goals, his independence, and his own version of success. He understands that drama is a parasite, feeding off emotional energy and wasting valuable time. A Sigma male is a master of detachment, not just from drama, but from anyone and anything that threatens his peace of mind. If he senses manipulation, deceit, or unnecessary conflict, he doesn't argue or seek revenge. He simply walks away. This ability to walk away isn't an act of weakness, it's a sign of complete self-control. A Sigma male doesn't let his emotions dictate his decisions. He doesn't feel the need to defend himself against baseless accusations or petty conflicts. Instead, he chooses to protect his mental space by removing himself from toxic environments entirely. The power of walking away is more than just a choice, it's a mindset. When a Sigma male steps back from drama, he asserts his dominance over the situation. He silently communicates, "This is beneath me. I refuse to lower myself to this level." And while others waste their time fueling unnecessary conflicts, he moves forward focused, unbothered, and in control. By choosing peace over chaos, he not only protects his mental well-being but also gains an advantage. While others are distracted by meaningless disputes, he remains focused on his ambitions. In the end, he always comes out ahead not because he fought the loudest, but because he had the wisdom to walk away. Number 6. The challenge of mastering a skill alone. A Sigma male doesn't just acquire knowledge, he refines it, sharpens it, and pushes himself until he reaches complete mastery. But unlike most people, he does this without guidance, applause, or external motivation. His journey to expertise is a solitary one, driven purely by his own desire to improve. Most people rely on structured learning environments, teachers, classes, mentors, and social encouragement. They need the accountability of a coach or the motivation of a group to stay on track. They seek validation along the way, constantly looking for reassurance that they are making progress. But a Sigma male, he doesn't need any of that. For him, the process of mastering a skill is deeply personal. It's not about earning certificates, gaining social recognition, or proving anything to anyone. Whether it's mastering an instrument, developing an advanced technical skill, or even honing an obscure craft, he commits himself to the challenge with an almost obsessive level of focus. He will spend hours, often days or weeks, perfecting the smallest details. He doesn't need an audience to validate his progress or a mentor to guide his path. The satisfaction comes not from showing off his abilities, but from knowing, deep down, that he has pushed himself beyond his limits. This is why Sigma males often develop expertise that surprises people. They don't follow the standard path. Instead of taking formal lessons, they deconstruct the process, figuring things out on their own. Instead of asking for help, they experiment until they find what works. While others rely on constant feedback, they embrace trial and error in total solitude. And because they do it alone, their skills take on a unique, almost unconventional quality. They don't just learn, they innovate. They don't just copy what others teach, they redefine the approach. Their self-reliance forces them to think outside the box, making them not just skilled but exceptional. Think about it: how many people can truly claim they've mastered something entirely on their own? Most require encouragement, feedback, and structured learning. But a Sigma male thrives in silence, letting his quiet determination fuel his growth. He understands that mastery is not about external rewards, it's about internal fulfillment. And when he finally emerges with an unparalleled level of skill, people often wonder, how did he do it? The answer is simple: he put in the work, in complete isolation, with nothing but his own willpower to guide him. Number 7. The joy of being an enigma. Most people have a deep desire to be understood. They want others to know who they are, how they think, and what they want. They share their opinions, their emotions, and their aspirations openly, hoping to connect with those around them. But a Sigma male, he thrives in the unknown. A Sigma doesn't feel the need to explain himself to anyone. He prefers to remain a mystery, revealing only what he chooses, when he chooses. This makes him incredibly intriguing to others, as people are naturally drawn to what they can't fully grasp. They try to figure him out, to understand what drives him, but the more they attempt to decode him, the more elusive he becomes. This enigmatic nature isn't an act, it's just the way he operates. He values privacy, avoids oversharing, and never lets people get too close unless they've truly earned his trust. Even then, he maintains a level of unpredictability that keeps others on their toes. He doesn't follow social scripts, and he doesn't feel the need to conform to expectations. One day, he might be deeply engaged in a conversation, and the next, he might disappear without a trace to recharge in solitude. This ability to remain an enigma gives Sigma males an advantage in nearly every aspect of life. In social settings, they stand out without even trying. In business, they are hard to read, making it difficult for competitors to predict their next move. In relationships, their unpredictability keeps people intrigued, never knowing what to expect. At the end of the day, a Sigma male finds comfort in knowing that no one truly has him figured out, and that's exactly how he likes it. Number 8. The power of being unapologetically mysterious. Most people crave attention. They want to be seen, heard, and understood. They overshare, they seek validation, and they make sure everyone knows exactly who they are. But a Sigma male, he thrives in the shadows. He doesn't feel the need to explain himself. He doesn't broadcast his thoughts, emotions, or intentions to the world. Instead, he operates with quiet confidence, revealing only what he chooses when he chooses. And this mystery, it's powerful. It makes people curious, it makes them wonder. They can't quite figure him out, and that drives them crazy. A Sigma male knows that in a world where everyone is desperate for attention, the true power lies in restraint. By keeping his cards close to his chest, he maintains control over how people perceive him. He's unpredictable, unreadable, and entirely independent of external opinions. This doesn't mean he's hiding anything, he just understands that not everything needs to be shared. His thoughts, his plans, his emotions, those are his own. And that selective silence, it sets him apart. While others are constantly explaining themselves, defending their choices, and trying to fit in, the Sigma male remains a mystery. And that, more than anything, is what makes him unforgettable. If you found this video insightful or relatable, why not join our growing community? Subscribe to the channel for more content exploring the mindsets, traits, and behaviors of Sigma males. Your engagement helps us dive deeper into these unique perspectives. Be sure to like this video if it resonated with you, share it with someone who might appreciate it, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Remember, as a Sigma male or someone inspired by their path, staying true to yourself is the ultimate strength. Keep evolving, stay strong, and we'll see you in the next video.